Cinderellas. It's me, Alex, and I'm coming at you with part one of my side ponytail. No, part one of, let's figure this out. There we go. Anyways, ta-da! Part one of holiday prep. Let me just turn this down so that you don't see so much glare. Okay. So, I posted a video about things holiday prep wise that you, the viewer, may want to see. And overwhelmingly, the comments ranged from prepping a menu, prepping home, decorating, setting tables. Something just fell and it scared me. All that kind of stuff. And that is something that I'd like to do, but I'd like to focus on Christmas with that. So in the upcoming holiday prep videos, that's the holiday that I'll be focusing on. Right now, I'm going to just kind of do a brief overview of some Thanksgiving prep. Just because in my family, at least until a couple years ago, my family was the host for Thanksgiving. So going through this prep and going through menu planning and all this kind of stuff is second nature to me. So I kind of just wanted to go through, and if you have your own Thanksgiving tradition and you have all that, that's great. We have ours as well, but it's always nice to kind of see if you can pick up something new or add something new to, you know, the list or the repertoire or whatever it is that you want to do. So I have my little list here of some Thanksgiving prep things. So first and foremost, you want to get a guest list together. Duh, right? Kind of obvious. We're not a family that sends out invitations when we were doing it family style. Right now it's just kind of me and my mom and my aunt, so it's not this big thing. But when it was family style, we never sent out invitations. It was just always kind of known that our house was going to be the Thanksgiving house. So those people, you know, they knew they were coming. It was just a matter of, you know, them telling us. So if you are one who is an invitation sender, if you are hosting Thanksgiving for the first time, if you're newly married and your husband or your wife and yourself are throwing Thanksgiving, it's probably a good idea to maybe throw or to send out invites. But there's no law that says invitations are a must. So there's that whole idea. What you do want to do though is make sure that you have your guest list and that you've got everybody RSVPing or telling you, yeah, I'm going to be there at least by because Thanksgiving usually falls on a Thursday. So you want them to tell you by, I believe, the Sunday before or the Saturday before, at least. So you want to get your guest list down. And then there's the obvious, clean your house, get everything together. For us, cleaning the house and decorating was kind of a, we'd transform from Halloween right into getting ready into Thanksgiving. The first 2 weeks in November, it was just kind of weekend oriented, and our weekends were spent cleaning the house. Excuse me, still have that cold. So the weekends were spent cleaning the house, you know, polishing the silver, polishing the copper, getting all that kind of stuff done. The week before Thanksgiving, changed the table linens. We used for Thanksgiving my grandmother's Depression era china. So it's special and it's up in a cabinet that, you know, it's not used at all except for Thanksgiving. So about a week before, we get on the ladder, we pull all that down, gravy boat, butter dish, serving bowls, serving utensils. We pull out the gold-plated silverware. Make sure that's all clean, washed. You can't really run it through the dish. These are all things you can't like run through the dishwasher, just because they're old school. I mean, these plates are from the 1940s, so they're not things that you can just kind of throw into the dishwasher and let them run. So for a timeline, let's go back and make sure that you at least have a guest list of who the people you want to invite. If you do decide to send out invitations, it's probably good to send them out probably in the beginning of November. Just especially if it's your first Thanksgiving that you are going to be doing, because planning is going to be huge for you. It's going to be huge. So guest list, clean your house. One of the things that our family did is we had the traditional things. We had our turkey. We have our stuffing, which is, stuffing is a recipe from my great-great-grandparents. So that kind of has not really changed. I mean, a few things have been modified. Instead of white bread, we tried wheat bread, and instead of Jimmy Dean, we got Jimmy Dean Light and all that kind of stuff. But the basic traditional recipe is the same. But my mom quite often decides to try new things. Best way to do this, maybe you're not a huge fan. Let me just pull my address sticker off of here. I didn't realize it was on there. But go through magazines. Go through magazines like Martha Stewart Living. Go through websites, thefoodnetwork.com, thechew.com. I know, for example, and this is a binder that I'll explain about later. For example, last year, this is a recipe from the Chew. Let's see if I can get it straight here. This is a recipe that I tried for butternut squash soup. Delicious. Delicious. And that was a main course that we tried. And then our dessert last year was Michael Symon's pumpkin chocolate bread pudding. Definitely a plus. I may have to share that recipe with you guys because it's really, really yummy. But go through magazines. I'm not going to be cooking Thanksgiving, so I haven't done that with this. So, but go through magazines like this. The grocery store has tons of cooking ideas. Go through here, find a couple recipes. If you don't want to steer away from your traditional, find different ways to alter them. You know, parsnips and potatoes instead of just straight mashed potatoes. Maybe you want to smoke the turkey, barbecue the turkey, opposed to roasting it in the oven. These are all things that my mom and dad always tried. We kept along the same scale of tradition, stuffing, turkey, a vegetable, rolls, potatoes, all that kind of stuff. But we altered, and we strayed away. The main goal here, though, if you try something new, if you find a recipe and you say, hey, I'm going to do Michael Symon's pumpkin bread pudding, please go and try it about a week or so before Thanksgiving. The last thing you want to try to do is a new recipe the day of Thanksgiving. The last stress that you want, you just don't need it. My mom made the mistake, tried to do something new on Thanksgiving, and it was a total disaster. We had no vegetable. She was trying something new, and instead of trying it right before, it was a major fail. So if you're going to try a new recipe, make sure that you try it beforehand, which is kind of a duh statement. Also, for grocery shopping in regards to Thanksgiving, our family, and I want to put a quick disclaimer in here. I'm not saying that my family is like the best family in the world. These were all things that we did for Thanksgiving that made the holiday not this whole stress ball. Like on Thanksgiving Day, because we had a schedule and a timeline, all these things just kind of came together, and we could enjoy the parade on Thanksgiving Day. We could watch the football game. We could dress up and get all gussied up, put out the hors d'oeuvres, and just have a grand old time. So that's something that's really important about organizing your time. So, about 2 weeks prior to Thanksgiving, you want to solidify your menu. Again, if you have been hosting Thanksgiving for years, you pretty much know what your menu's going to be. You may alter hors d'oeuvres, you may alter desserts, but if you've been doing it for a while, you generally have your menu down. If you're a newbie and you're doing it for the first time, you need to solidify your menu. And I think for our family, we already knew what our menu was, but we still jotted it down about 2 weeks prior to Thanksgiving. That way, if we decided we wanted to try a new recipe, we had time to kind of figure out if we want to do it, and we had time to try it. So, definitely solidify your menu about 2 weeks prior, which would be now, which is crazy. Thanksgiving's totally in 2 weeks from tomorrow. Yeah. So for my family, we always had all of our grocery shopping done the Sunday before. And you might be thinking, God, that's really early. No, it's not. The turkey alone probably takes about 3 days to thaw. You may even want to buy the turkey before the Sunday before. But all the vegetables, potatoes, butter, milk, all of that will not go off if you purchase your groceries the Sunday before Thanksgiving. And that just gives you time to make sure you have everything. Make sure you don't need to run out and go get butter, because Safeways aren't open. Grocery stores aren't open that late on Thanksgiving. So make sure you get all of your grocery shopping done the Sunday before. It will just help you. You'll be able to, if you need anything throughout the week, you'll be able to go get it. But Sunday is the day for groceries. And last but not least, start setting up your Thanksgiving table. If you rent tables and linens, have all those things out. Probably the Sunday before as well. If you have the space to keep it there, go for it. I remember we had all of our decorations pretty much up. We were doing it slowly the week of. And on the day of Thanksgiving was when we brought out the china, we brought out the napkins, I placed the place cards on the table, we got all the candles together. But little by little we got it together, and on Thanksgiving or the night before we would set up the table. So you want to make sure that you get all that said and done. And really last but not least, you want to enjoy yourself. Most people wake up in the morning, throw the turkey in, and if you've got your timeline done and set and right, you throw the turkey in and you get to enjoy the rest of your day. And be thankful that you get to eat really good food. So that is just my quick spiel on upcoming Thanksgiving. Like I said, I'm not hosting Thanksgiving. I'm going to be not sure where I'm going to be. I'm going to be either with my mom in Reno, or I'm going to be at my best friend's in her family's house. But wherever anybody is, I am so thankful for all of you, and I'm thankful for this great life, and I really wish all of you a happy, healthy, and a safe Thanksgiving. Take care.